Hi guys, it's your girl again, Bola Tito Fatoki at Sped Every Day. Are you watching this YouTube channel for the first time? Here is that YouTube blog where you learn more about supporting individuals with exceptionalities. Yes, special education, special needs, disabilities, whatever way you choose to call it. Just know that being here today, you're going to learn more about academic intervention, behavior interventions, supporting life skills, and teaching daily living skills that would help benefit our individuals with special needs. And if you are already a part of Spend Everyday family, thank you so much. I want to urge you today, please make sure you share these videos so that other people can benefit and also be subscribers. Remember to click the like button, the share button, and also make comments. And I always like to encourage, is there a topic in mind that you really want to know more about? Yes, just email me, spedeveryday@gmail.com. And trust me, I will be dealing with those topics and I'll be teaching you more about it. Today, we're going to continue from the part 1 of our life skills topic. So if you missed this last week, now is the time to pause this video and go right back to last week so that we can do more and learn better. Yes, today I'm really going to be talking about what are those life skills. I told you that life skills are daily living skills that are essential for us to perform our day-to-day activities or routine. You can be at work, you can be in the home, or wherever we find ourselves. But what are these daily living skills that we really need to learn? For some of us, it's so easy to just learn on the go. It's so easy for life experiences to teach us and we just catch up. But for our individuals with exceptionalities, because of some cognitive disabilities, intellectual disabilities, and taking too much time or some time for them to learn and understand certain things, it takes a while for them to learn. And so it takes technicalities, it takes being consistent, it takes being intentional to teach them life skills. And what are these life skills? First of all, we want to talk about personal hygiene. When people hear personal hygiene, they are more focused at brushing the teeth, taking the shower, taking the bath, but teaching life skills entails personal hygiene entails more than that. While teaching personal hygiene, you're thinking about feeding, you're thinking about eating, you're thinking about daily hygiene, like brushing the teeth, like I said before, taking a shower, dressing up. Skills that also involves dealing with illness, medications. So you want to be sure that you're teaching your child or the individual around you that you are a guardian to, a teacher to, or a parent to. You want to be sure that you're teaching them all these basic personal hygiene skills, which is part of their daily living. Imagine if your child requires a daily medication and you're not there. Or this child, there's a timing to it and the child does not even understand the importance of that medication. Then all that you're trying to do to help your child would not really be effective. So while we're teaching personal hygiene, you're already teaching those skills of how to dress up. What is next after that? Eating habits. Okay, what makes me healthy? Exercises, choosing the right food, choosing good nutrition, making sure that you're eating the right amount of food, eating at the right time. So all this falls under the category of personal hygiene. Then number 2, the basic math skills. Yes, I understand some people will say, my child, he's not going to learn multiplication. But when I talk about basic math skills, I'm talking about skills that would help our child with telling time. And not just telling time, but being able to translate time. Like I mentioned in personal hygiene, because all these skills wrap into each other to be able to work effectively and for our children to know better how to use their time and how to have medication. For example, they need to understand what timing is. They need to be able to tell time. Okay, in 30 minutes, I have to take my medication, or I need to go see the nurse. If your child is at school, we have kids that, dealing with diabetes and they need to take some insulin or to take some medication while at school. Being able to understand the concept of time, that's why we need to teach it, helps our children, even if the adult or somebody watching them is not really paying attention. This child already knows what to do, where to go, and how to get their medication. So we're talking about basic math skill, like I said, like telling time. We're talking about money management, be able to count money. You don't want your child to just walk into the store and do not understand the concept of money. Then they get cheated. We have a lot of people out there that are so mean that don't even care about our kids. But when your child has that basic knowledge of using money, counting money, identifying currencies, it helps them a lot in being able to buy and to also do what they want, whether now or in the future. And this basic math skill also help our children in budgeting. When you're able to understand the value of money, then you know how to count money, then you also know how to budget. Imagine your child seeing a $20 bill and they just feel like I can buy a house with a $20 note because they don't have those basic skills. So we want to teach this in real life to let our children understand and know the value of money and also understand how to use this money and what that money can buy or what they can do with it. Budgeting skills also help them in scheduling, in trying to know what's next. Okay, if I already have this on my budget, how do I schedule? How do I prioritize? So it's not just being able to understand the math skill, but this pushes them to budgeting and prioritizing and scheduling. Number 3, you want your child to be able to know, you want to teach them house management skills. You just don't want to walk into your child's home and the whole house is smelling or stinking, or the whole room is in disarray, or the bed is not laid. So, I have parents that will say, well, as long as they can take care of themselves and they had a shower. Yes, they took a shower themselves. But the bedroom is in a mess. The shoes are not well kept. The shoes are stinking. They don't have socks on. All those things would add to the dirtiness and the smell of the home, and it can be very offensive. So you want to teach those basic household skills, like how to clean up after them in the kitchen, how to clean up after brushing the teeth, or how to lay their beds at the end of when they get off the bed in the morning, or when they're trying to lay down at night, how to pick up food after eating at the dining table, or even also household skills that even help them clean the sink. Some kids just dump food in the sink, or, you wash dishes and they said, oh, they're done. Trust me, my daughters do that. You want to make sure that, okay, these kids are knowing, my child knows to wash their dishes and also clean around the sink. Because overall, if they don't learn these skills, it's going to take a long while for you to come in and do that perfect cleaning. And if they don't understand, this child keeps growing and would not really know how to handle even bigger problems. So you want to teach those household skills. And when I talk about household skills, I also love to mention safety. You want to teach safety in the kitchen. You want to teach safety in the rooms, in the bedroom with appliances, electrical appliances, using the stoves, safety in using the electric iron, in using the water boiler, and all those little things. How about when it's too cold in the home or when it's too hot? How do they rotate? How do they manage the air conditions? So we want to teach all these skills so that sometimes I remember something happened to me some time ago. Like my daughters were home and I was taking too long, coming back from work. And they were so cold. And one thing I failed to teach them was how to regulate the air condition. Because I always believe, that's an adult thing, and I do that all the time. So they tried to reach out to me. They were so cold in the house. They tried to reach out to me, and next thing, I came back home and I was talking to my sister-in-law on the phone, and she was like, "Oh, guess what happened? She just helped through. Thank God they had her phone number." And my younger daughter just called her like, "We are freezing. We are home. I don't even know how to turn the heater on." So she, navigated them and helped them through it. What if they didn't have anybody to help? What if I was nowhere to be found? What if something even serious happened to me? They'll be freezing to death. So all these things, we need to pay conscious attention to make sure that we teach those skills. For some kids, it comes so easy. For some others, it doesn't. So when we're dealing with students with special education needs, we need to be very, very, very intentional about those skills that we teach. Also, we want to teach one of the basic life skills is following scheduling and locating information. What if there's no help? I'm getting lost or I need an information about, for example, how to regulate the air conditioner or how to make sandwiches or how to, all those basic things, how to clean the pot. Like, I'm telling you, the internet, YouTube has everything now. But the information may be there, but how do they navigate and how do they use this information to their benefit? We want to let our kids understand that. We want to let them know how to get on YouTube, how to watch. And the important thing is that we know that our children with exceptionality sometimes learn so much with video modeling. So I said, YouTube is your number one plug to teach all these how things. How do I wash dishes? How do I find information? How do I use the GPS? The GPS is not just for somebody driving, but I can also use my GPS as a walker to get to my grandma's house, to get to my aunt's house. So we want to teach our kids all these plugs. So when you have a device, a technology device, you can find information. We don't want to curb them from not using this. So, like I said, some parents, we believe that, once they have the technology, all they can do is make a phone call. What if there's no one to call at that time? Using those technologies to help them find information, to help them identify and know the right location to go to, like a police station around your home, a safe place, a restaurant, a public place where they can put on their phone. And I would tell parents, make sure you have this saved on their phones so that they can be able to click, depending on the level that your child is at, they can know how to dial 911 and the importance of dialing 911. Safety is very important. Remember that a lot of times our children with special education needs are so much taken for granted. People try to use them, people try to manipulate them, but when they have those key skills that would help them, it's really, really to our own advantage and to their own advantage too. Other life skills, employability skills. What does an employer want to see? How can I be professional? How can I apply for jobs? What kind of jobs do I want to do? How do I manage my time at work? How do I complete chores at work? It's different. The way I laugh in the house is different from how I'm going to laugh at work. The way I talk to people at home is different from how I'm going to talk to people in public places at my job. So we want to know that while we're working things out and teaching those life skills for our children or our students, we want to also let them understand the professional part of it. How do I teach this? How do I do this with my colleagues at work? How do I overstep my boundaries, and how do I make sure I keep my personal spaces? All these are employability skills that comes with daily living skills. And importantly, you also want to teach your child to be self-confident, self-aware, to be aware of the environment, to be aware of what's going on, and to be able to identify emotions. Sometimes our children can be, they see everybody as mean because they ain't looking, but you need to be able to pick up and be able to empathize with others and also be able to communicate emotions. So we need to teach. These are some of the basic skills also to teach. A daily living skill that to teach emotions, understanding people's emotions and how to communicate your own emotions. And most importantly, before I round up today, one very important life skills you need to teach your child is confidentiality. This comes with safety. You need to teach your child confidentiality, privacy, rights, and how to communicate and report crimes. Sometimes because our kids can be very vulnerable and because they can sometimes just open up and just say things when they are not supposed to say it. We need to identify and let them know what situations and when they can speak out loud in public or when they need to really run for safety or to somebody to help them and who they can go to. Some information needs to be very, very confidential. You don't want them to go in the street and tell them, this is where I live, this is what time my parents get in, this is what we have. You need to teach those confidentiality, to teach confidentiality. You let them know it keeps them safe, and you also let your child know their rights. And also that it's okay to say no to a lot of things if they're not comfortable with it. You need to let your child understand what comfortable means and what is not comfortable. So when we teach all these skills, one important thing I need to let you know is that it doesn't come like, oh, it's done, it's perfect. It's something we teach over and over again. So I'm going to stop here today just to let's give you a little bit emphasis. If you're just watching the end of this video, is that life skills are those skills that help our individuals or help anyone help anyone go through daily living, whether at work, at home, or wherever you find yourselves. And what are those life skills that you need to learn? You need to learn about personal hygiene, basic math skills, house management, following scheduling, employability skills, self-confidence, emotions and awareness, and also importantly, confidentiality and safety. I hope I've been able to help you today, and I hope that you are going to use some of this information to help someone out there. Till I see you next week when we talk about the benefits of life skills. I want to say, stay safe, stay blessed, and make sure you pass this information on. It's your girl again, Bola Tito Fatoki. If you need to reach out to me, send me an email at spedeveryday@gmail.com. Adios till next Friday. Bye.